Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of the Arlington Weekly News. I'm Craig Nolan. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Daniel Pineda.
I'm Rich Masabny.
And here we go with another show. This one somewhere around the middle of September 2012. The Burr months are upon us and we have our usual stuff tonight. News and Community Bulletin Board. Mort Beckerman is here with a Brain Healthy Minute. And Daniel and I will do our CBB, Community Bulletin Board segment.
Absolutely,
Rich is here with his reviews.
I'm ready.
Hi, Rich.
I'm ready. Hi.
What's up?
I can't wait.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
You have reviews this week.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's ready to go, raring to go. All right, and our news for seniors, and then we'll wrap it up with an interview with Miriam Gennari. But before we start, here's a reminder from my partner.
That's right, Craig. Arlington Weekly News is available at www.youtube.com/Arlington Weekly News and the number 1. And on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Arlington Weekly News.
And the first of our news items tonight, last week on Wednesday, a worker was electrocuted on an Arlington construction site. The 20-year-old victim was working on an electrical panel inside a closet at a site in the 2200 block of North Pershing Drive. The man later died of his injuries, and construction on the building has been temporarily halted. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or OSHA, is investigating, and that investigation is continuing. Daniel.
A man was tasered last week, Friday, at Arlington National Cemetery by a U.S. Park police officer. The victim was a taxi cab driver who allegedly became disorderly and swung at the officer. According to the police, the cab driver was waiting to pick up a fare when an officer approached him and asked him for his license. The driver refused, and once he was out of his vehicle, tried to punch the officer. The officer then shocked him with a taser.
In other news, starting Monday, here's a traffic alert. Drivers on Memorial Bridge can expect delays when they travel to and from the district. That's because a 2-month-long construction project on the bridge is beginning. The project work includes repairing the concrete bridge deck and replacing sections of the sidewalk. During weekdays, at least one eastbound lane will be closed between 10 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon. Westbound lanes will be shut down between 9:30 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. Weekend closures will last from 7 Friday until 5 a.m. the following Monday. At least one eastbound and one westbound lane will remain open throughout the duration of the project. Pedestrian access will be available at all times. The project should be finished by November of this year. Daniel.
And starting this month, people and insurance companies can purchase accident reports online for any incidents that took place on or after September 1st of 2012. You can just visit the county website at arlingtonva.us and then go to the police section to find and download a report. You can still visit the police station to pick up reports in person.
All right, some news and information now from Arlington Public Schools. The school system held its first public meeting on school boundary changes. Community members were allowed to attend but not comment at a preliminary session to determine the direction of the process. According to an Arlington Public Schools spokesperson, the system is beginning to run out of space for students, especially at the elementary level. To address the issue, in addition to building new schools, the county also needs to redesign school boundaries to reduce overcrowding. And stay tuned on that. We'll give you more information as it becomes available. Daniel.
Well, the beginning of school has been an eventful time for Arlington Public School System. The latest event is that a bus driver got lost on the first day of school.
Not good.
A local mom went to meet her first grade daughter at Glebe Elementary School after she got off the school bus. She wanted to calm her daughter's nerves on her first day of school, but the bus wasn't there. A transportation official told her the driver was lost. She asked for her daughter's bus driver's route, but the school district refused to give her that information. The bus eventually arrived about a half hour after it was due. The next day, a different driver was assigned to that route.
Okay, and Daniel and I will be back with our CBB, Community Bulletin Board file, right after we hear from Nort Breckerman and his Brain Healthy Minute. Here's Nort.
I'm Nort Beckerman, the Brain Health Coach. Aging is blamed for a decline in cognitive function because nothing in the brain happens quickly. But it's a myth. What affects our cognitive abilities as we age? Well, first, oxidative stress. From the day we start feeding, our brains produce waste in the form of oxidants, which are highly toxic to brain tissue. Second, daily stress or societal stress. When we're stressed, adrenaline and cortisol are relieved. Long-term stress lets cortisol hang around. Cortisol is erosive to brain tissue. Third, toxins. We come across toxins daily, like car fumes and cigarette smoke. Fourth, illness. Fifth, possibly medications. Sixth, accident or trauma. Seventh, possibly arthrosclerosis, a gradual thickening, swelling, and hardening of the blood vessels, resulting from plaque buildup. This typically comes from bad diet and lack of exercise. But your brain is resilient. It can be repaired, maintained, and even grown at any age. You just have to make necessary changes and persist. I'm Nort Beckerman, the Brain Health Coach. I'll see you next time for a Brain Healthy Minute.
All right, thanks, Nort. Nort will be back
you,
with
Nort.
another Brain Healthy Minute. On to our CBB file now. The library is looking for some volunteers this fall. And also, if you like working with computers, then you may be interested in staffing Columbia Pike Library's Cyber Center. The library needs people to staff their computer help desk. Volunteers would help with hardware and software problems. Those interested should be comfortable with troubleshooting internet and Microsoft Office issues and be at least 18 years of age. Daytime shifts are available Monday through Sunday, and there is a Sunday evening shift as well. For more information on this volunteer opportunity, 703-228-7688 for more details. Daniel.
Columbia Pike Branch needs help getting library materials back on its shelves as soon as possible. If you're interested in volunteering, to check in, sort, and shelve books and other items, call 703-228-7688. Volunteers must be detail-oriented, computer literate, 18 years or older, and must consent to a background check. The shifts currently available are Monday 6 to 7 p.m., Thursday 2:30 to 4:30 p.m., and Friday 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Other volunteering opportunities now. The Central Library needs volunteers to help people check out their materials and pay fines faster by showing people how to use the self-checkout machines. They'd like volunteers to monitor their use, show others how to use them, and resolve minor problems that may occur during use. In addition to being 18 years of age or older and consenting to a background check, volunteers should be tech-savvy, multilingual, have customer service experience, and be able to stand for up to 2 hours. If you're interested in this volunteering opportunity, 703-228-7688. Daniel.
Volunteer Emergency Support Team, VEST, needs volunteers to canvass 4 senior independent living locations and equip residents with a starter Go Kit, provide emergency preparedness information that they can use during an incident, and be part of a national effort. September's National Preparedness Month. Just give them a call if you need any more information at 703-228-0711.
And some information now on a golf tournament fundraiser. Enterprise Development Group, or EDG, needs volunteers to help out with a variety of jobs during their first annual Classic Golf Tournament. That'll take place at Laurel Hill Golf Club in Lorton. If you're interested, give them a call, 703-685-0510, and dial extension 273. Daniel.
Volunteers of America's Chesapeake residential program center needs volunteers who like games. If you're interested in hosting bingo nights, movies, lead arts and crafts, bring in baked goods, or make a meal for RPC and their clients, any talent or service you can provide, call them at 703-228-0017.
And Daniel and I will be back with our News for Seniors file right after we hear from Rich Masabny and his reviews. Here's Rich.
Hey, Rich.
Thank you, boys. Thank you. The current comedy at the Little Theater of Alexandria, LTA, Funny Money, is a work of art. It's a farce, which, as director Sean Byers says, is when normal people are in situations completely outside the realm of what could happen, okay? Anyway, this is a lot of fun. A lot of confusion, a lot of misidentities and everything else. You got to check your logic at the door. You know what I mean? It's sit back and enjoy this thing. Am I on the right camera, boys? Oh, okay. I'm looking over there. I must look like an idiot, right? Well, anyway. All right. The play revolves around Henry accidentally picking up a wrong suitcase loaded with money. So instead of wanting to turn the damn thing in, what would you do? He wants to go to Barcelona, get out of the country, you know. Anyway, a lot of fun, heck of a lot of good acting. It'll be at the Little Theater of Alexandria through September 29. They're at North Wolf Street in Old Town in Alexandria. Tickets call 703-683-0496 or check the web, thelittletheater.com. I met Marilyn Hasfeld, the star of this one-woman show, Just Between Us, years and years ago. She wouldn't want to admit that, but I did. And I saw her again. I wasn't disappointed. She looked younger now than she did 30 years ago. Her cabaret show played for just two. She didn't recognize me either. I used to have black wavy hair. I was gorgeous. But now look at me. Anyway.
You're still gorgeous.
Okay, good. I'm glad you love me. Anyway, the Jewish Community Center of Northern Virginia, Little River Turnpike in Fairfax, that's where she was doing the show. It was only a 2-day show. Actually, one of the days was rained out. So she had prior commitment in New York City, and she had to go there to do the show. But I can tell you, Marilyn Hasfeld has a wonderful, warm way about her. I mean, I've seen many one-woman shows, one-person shows. She is just lovely and can sing songs and really bring you to tears, too. She did, from Fiddler on the Roof, do I Love Him. And she goes on to say from why she loves him. And then she did Till There Was You from Music Man. Hurry back, Marilyn, we miss you. Anyway, call 703-537-3000 for the Jewish Community Place, and you can look up the website. It's on the screen, jccnvarts.org. They got a whole bunch of stuff for the new season. They just kicked this off. One of my favorite places, Metro Stage. They've got a wonderful, I'm telling you, beautiful show called Jacques Brel is Alive and Well and Living in Paris. Brel opened in New York in 1968, and he was born in Brussels. But then he recorded back even in 1953. Many of the artists of today's Sinatra, Barry Manilow, Ray Charles, Petula Clark, others, did covers on his stuff. Carolyn Griffin's Metro Stage has now 4 talented singers, and they do justice to Brel, believe me, in snappy repertoire about love, death, everything else. They're terrific songs, and the people are Natasha Diaz, I know her very well, Bobby Smith, he's big, and Sam Ludwig and Bela Witten, 2 people I didn't know. They're great, though. They're wonderful. They held they're part of the deal. Let's see here. What else can I tell you? The show will be playing there for a bit. That's what I could tell you at Metro Stage. Their phone number there is 703-548-9044, or check the website, metrostage.org, and you wouldn't want to miss this show, I'm telling you. Okay, I want to get back to, if I may in there, Jay, I didn't mention, this is important. You know, Teatro della Luna, they're doing a harp festival, second time. It's really big. You say harp, who needs a harp? I'm telling you. This Friday, the 14th and 15th, Friday, Saturday, down there in Roslyn at the Spectrum. at 703-548-3092. Call them up or look up their website, Teatro della Luna. It's on the screen.org. I hope it's on the screen. They've got, they do good stuff, and this is an interesting thing. When's the last time you've been to a harp festival, huh? Okay. And I want to tell you about Woolly Mammoth quickly, and then I'm going to go to the food thing, and then I'm off. Current show kicking off the season 33 at the Woolly Mammoth Theater Company is the elaborate entrance of Chad Deity. It's about professional wrestling. It's satirical stuff. At the Woolly Mammoth, they actually got a ring, just like the old days. And they got wrestlers bouncing off the floor and everything else. It's crazy. But I remember when professional wrestling first started in New York in the late 40s. I was just a baby. And I can remember all that, Gene Stanley, Mr. America, the Golden Superman. Anyway, nobody remembers that but me. I understand actor James Long trained people in the fighting. Woolly Mammoth favorite, Michael Risuto, is dressed up in a suit. Got it. I think he had padding on because he's not that big. But anyway, this is a good show. I wouldn't want to miss it. Plays through September 30. Information, call 202-393-3939. Check the web, woolymammoth.net. Finally, food. Domenico Comanchia. How do you like that? And Daniel Bologna and Giavier Bracha. Okay. Are behind Assaggio Osteria, an authentic Italian restaurant in the heart of McLean off Old Dominion Drive. Domenico is the owner chef. Danielle is executive sous chef. And guy's had a lot of experience. He was on boats for 20 years. The general manager is Giovanni. With names like this, how could you doubt it's authentic, you know? What do you think they're going to have there? Chinese food? Everything about Assaggio Osteria makes you feel like you're in Italy. The decor, the menu, the waiters, it's crazy. The dinner lists such items as, with Italian description. You like branzino fish? You know, how many times you had it? Well, this comes exceptional. I'm telling you, it has a crust on it. They have to break it with a hammer. It's amazing. Not quite, but I mean, you know. Anyway, I always watch what others diners are eating, so I look around and what I see, you know, and it looked good. That's all I could tell you. Exact location is 6641 Old Dominion Drive, McLean. For more information, call 703-918-0080. And the website is, oh, it got to be on the screen. I can't spell this. AssaggioOsteria.com. Thank you, guys. That's it.
Assaggio.
Yeah.
Very good.
Cheerio, folks.
All right. Thanks,
Thank
Rich.
you, Rich. Thank you.
Good stuff. Okay, here we go. As promised, our News for Seniors segment. Here's another reminder about NVSO, Northern Virginia Senior Olympics. Begins Saturday, September 15, about 9:45 in the morning.
I'm doing the 100.
And it'll be held at Thomas
doing?
T.J. Thomas
100
Jefferson
dash.
Community Center. You sure you're not going
Rich
to
is doing the 100 dash.
The 100-yard dash.
That's great.
Right straight to the bar. Okay. The opening ceremonies start at 3 p.m. Sorry, Rich. Followed by a diving competition at Yorktown High School pool. NVSO runs from September 15 through the 26th. All events are open to the public. For more information, call them at 703-228-4721 or check out their website, www.nvso.us. Check out the Northern Virginia Senior Olympics. Daniel.
Walter Reed Senior Center will host a 5-part introductory self-defense class for seniors this fall. It begins on Thursday, September the 20th at 12:15 p.m. The instructor will discuss self-defense theory and examine the risks involved in defending yourself and your property. No previous training or experience is required. It costs $30 for the 5 sessions. To register, call Walter Reed at 703-228-0955. Self-defense.
I don't want to hog things, but I have a black belt.
You have a black belt.
Yes, right here. Look at this.
Of course
So you're
you
doing
do.
the 100 dash and you're doing the black belt.
Moving right along in our News for Seniors segment, emergencies can happen at any time, so it's important to be prepared. Deb Powers, hi Deb, I know Deb, from the Office of Emergency Management, will meet with seniors to discuss this topic on Wednesday, September 19, at 1:30 in the afternoon at Aurora Hills Senior Center. She'll discuss how to get information in an emergency, what actions to take in specific situations, and she'll help you with setting up an emergency plan. Call Aurora Hills to register for this important and free program, 703-228-5722.
And Rich, do you have an emergency plan since you want to hog up the
What's your
senior
emergency
section time?
plan? Straight to the bar. That's
Yeah.
okay. Never mind. That's
Well-
twice I've been, you know.
Walter Reed
Daniel.
Walter Reed Senior Center is sponsoring a free health and wellness fair. The event will be on Saturday, September the 22nd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It will feature speakers, demonstrations, exhibits, and a wellness room with free messages and some sessions. For more information, call 703-228-0955. And again, we want to thank our own Judy
Thanks, Judy.
Masami for helping us out with the senior stories for this week. Thank you for your hard work and dedication.
Be prepared. Always know how to make a good Manhattan, right?
That's right.
There you go, or a
That's
martini,
right,
of
baby.
course.
That's right.
All right. Okay, wrapping it up now on this edition of the Arlington Weekly News, here's Miriam Gennari and her guest. Miriam.
Hi, and welcome to this edition of the Sustainable Scoop. I have the pleasure of having Mike Hogan. He is the Residential Energy Service Manager here in Northern Virginia. Thanks for coming to see us, Mike.
Well, thank you for having us.
All right, well, you've got some exciting news. There's
Yes.
a home energy makeover contest happening here in Northern Virginia.
That's
Tell me a
correct.
little bit about it.
We are trying to get homeowners to come into our website and sign up for the home energy makeover that they could win up to $10,000 worth of energy retrofits done to their home, which means that we'll do a full audit, which constitutes going through and diagnosing everything that's going on in your home, and then being able to put together a list of recommended retrofits and putting them in place.
So now, this particular project is not something that you're doing for the first time. You've had this makeover contest before. Tell me about some of the results of your last contest.
They've done it 3 years in a row in Charlottesville, and they've had really some great successes with it. A lot of the people that were winners really benefited from the work that was done. We've gotten, on our website actually, there's a lot of information about what was done, how the customer felt about it, the education that they got from it, because what we try to do as we're going through is educate the customer of what's going on, how they can improve, and the little different things that they can do on their own to make a difference within their homes.
So I think it's fantastic that you're trying to get people to manage their homes more energy efficiently. But you know, for a lot of people, it's also about money. I mean, energy costs money. So how much money could an average consumer expect to save after an energy audit?
It all depends on the home. With the Northern Virginia Home Performance Energy program, you're to save up to 20% or more on your home energy savings. So it all depends on the home. There's some homes that we walk into and we can save 37%. We can save 22%. I've got to say, in Arlington, since we've been operating since March, we've probably saved on an average, I'd probably say 27%.
Sure, there are a lot of older homes here in Arlington.
There are. The housing stock is great for this. I mean, I was building homes 5 years ago that I could go back and still do this work to.
Wow.
Because it's just those little things that make the difference.
And now tell me the importance of Energy Star.
Energy Star was put together by the EPA, who since has been taken over by the Department of Energy. And what it was done is it was first assigned to appliances. So you might go out and look for a refrigerator, that's Energy Star. And you're going to know by the Energy Star label that that's going to operate at a better efficiency, it's going to save you money in the long run, and it's going to work as a better product for you. We do the same thing for your homes. We want you to be more durable, save money, and be healthier inside your homes. So that's what the Home Performance with Energy Star label does.
And LEAP, the company that you, or the organization you work for, is actually an acronym for Local
Energy Alliance Program.
Okay, so you work throughout the state of Virginia. Okay, and you are the head here in Northern Virginia.
Yes, that's correct.
And so if somebody comes to you and they actually do want to make some improvements, you've got contractors and people that you can recommend?
Yes. Actually, one of the biggest parts of my job is to turn around and find the contractors that are doing the right thing and then bring them into the program, find out where I can help them help you make your home better. I'm the third-party inspector that goes and looks over everything that's being done in the home. So if I would assign a contractor to you one of the contractors that are in our system, I would look over his shoulder throughout the way, not that they would do a bad job, but just make sure that there's another set of eyes on it to kind of make the homeowner understand that they're not alone in this process.
So you're basically an advocate for me,
Absolutely.
so that I'm not going in here blind and buying services or you know, changing things around that don't need to be done.
Exactly, and that's what we want to make sure our contractors come through and offer. If they're BPI accredited, which is Building for Performance Institute or ResNet, the way that they present the fixes that they have to you is in return on investment. So it's going to be low-hanging fruit and go on this way. So this way, this is the biggest bang for your buck, and then to move on down. And we want to make sure that that goes and it's conveyed to you in that process.
Now give me a tip. What would you say is the #1 quick fix that you might be able to find in the average home?
The #1 quick fix that well, I got two. One is air sealing and insulation. It is the #1 best return on investment, best thing that you can do, as long as it's done professionally. Because they'll check to make sure that there's no safety concerns. We're not tightening up your house and making it tighter without checking to make sure that there's no health and safety problems that go on that might endanger you.
Okay, and #2?
#2 is programmable thermostat.
Really?
I've done hundreds of audits, and everybody that I go into, they're so proud to say, I have a programmable thermostat. And I was like, that's great. Is it programmed? And they're like, well, can you help? You know, and we can. I mean, and that's kind of some of the stuff that we do. I can help you figure out how to do those things. But just having the heat go on or not go on when you're not at home. I mean, it's just one of those things. That's one of the biggest things that you can do.
One thing that I think is really exciting is it sounds like there's a lot of green jobs that go along with. So if you're not building new houses, or you're building better houses, but you're also improving the existing buildings.
Yes, because the technology has changed, and I mean, I was a builder, and I've transitioned into this new career, which has really opened up my eyes and really helped me decipher what I wanted to be, you know, as I went in. And it's making jobs for people all over, because this is a specialized trade. I can teach contractors how to do this. I can teach handymen how they can do this. They do have to get certified to make sure that they don't, you know, that they don't cause any problems. The first thing is we don't want to do any harm.
So tell me, if people wanted more information, how would they go about finding out about your makeover program?
What they can do is they can go to the NovaEnergyContest.com. You can look us up on Local Energy Alliance program. You can go to leap-va.org.
All right, that's wonderful. Thanks. That's all the time we have, Mike, but I want to thank you so much for joining us on the Sustainable Scoop. I'll see you next time on the Arlington Weekly News. Thank you.
And thank you, Miriam and Michael Hogan of the Energy Consulting Group. Get out there and have your energy quotient checked out to find out how your house is doing. Winter months are coming. The Burr months are here. All right, that's about a wrap. Anything else to add before we go, gentlemen?
Yes, youtube.com/Arlington Weekly News, and the
There we go.
#1, you can visit our Facebook page as well.
We're on the tube. How about you, Rich?
I'm here.
You're here?
Yeah.
Time to say goodbye.
Oh, bye.
Say goodbye, Rich. All right, that's it for this edition of the Arlington Weekly News. Thank you for watching. Next week, you be there, we'll be here, and we'll do it all again. Take care. Have a safe week. Bye-bye.
Bye.